What's up, guys? It's Tony Shoe. It's 90 degrees outside. I'm sweating real bad, but I wanted to kind of try this vlog style for you guys. This is gonna be part one. So I kind of want to talk about kind of just the state of sneakers. Today, in July 2021, it's extremely hard to buy sneakers. With the launch of The Last Dance last year, people went crazy with Jordans, and rightfully so. People were able to be reminded of how great Jordan was, his legacy, and then also how great his sneakers are. People became obsessed with Jordans, me included. I grew up in that era where it was all Jordans all the time. Michael Jordan was me and as well as everyone else's favorite player. Unless you were obviously a Knicks fan or, Pistons fan, you probably hated Jordan. But for most of us, we love Jordan, love what he did, love everything he brought to the game, as well as the sneaker culture. It's only right that last year when The Last Dance came out, people saw the sneakers. People that were old enough to remember these sneakers got a lot of nostalgia from the sneakers. People that were too young to really remember Jordan were able to see how great he really was and understand the hype behind the Jordans. Because let's face it, even people that are 16, 17, 18 years old today who never saw Jordan play still love Jordans because they know about Jordans. They know about the culture. They know about which Jordans were considered the better Jordans and not. After The Last Dance came out, they really kind of were forced into it during COVID and during the pandemic to see how great he really was. Well, let's talk about why they're so hard to buy. A lot of Americans were able to kind of save money and prosper and build their wealth, but a lot of other Americans were splurging on things, buying products, and kind of really reaching into their consumerism. Because at the end of the day, you were sitting home with your phone, your computer, just having all the opportunity in the world to be able to buy whatever what you're getting targeted with. Once the Jordans and Adidas, Yeezys, and everything else kind of blew up even more than they already had, it became very easy for people to also build their side hustles. So a lot of people became sneaker resellers. That made buying sneakers that much harder because everyone was going for them. If you had 500,000 people going for a Jordan release on a Saturday, now you had 2 million people going for the Jordan release on a Saturday. That makes your chances of getting that sneaker exponentially harder. Now, above and beyond just Jordans, there's also obviously has been for a few years Yeezys. And when all these people came back into the Jordan mix and started buying Jordans, reselling Jordans, making a few bucks left and right, they said to themselves, what else can I buy? What other sneakers can we get? Yeezys have always been a very profitable sneakers for resellers to go on, to go buy and sell for X amount of dollars above the retail cost. They started doing that with many other sneakers, the Adidas, the New Balances, the collaborations, the Travis Scotts. Everything that they can get their hands on, they were buying and then reselling for a higher cost. If you look at the scale with sneakers over the past 15 months since the pandemic started and the shutdowns happened, sneaker prices for any single high-end OG classic colorway, highly sought after sneaker went up like crazy. Everything that would have cost you on the resale for $300, which would have been crazy back then, cost you probably $1,000 now. For example, the Shattered Backboard 3.0s, which were, in my opinion, not that great of a shoe, kind of ugly, but resale price before the pandemic, the 19, was only $250, $275 for a sneaker that retailed for $160 or $170, I forget. Still kind of a lot to pay for it, and it's still kind of a hard pill to swallow, but affordable. Today, that sneaker is probably going for $500-$600, and that just makes things very hard for normal consumers to buy. Then you also have things like bots. Bots make things incredibly hard for average consumers to buy anything. Bots are basically computer programs that allow consumers to purchase sneakers automatically through the computer without having to do anything. For normal people like you and me, we go in on a Saturday, we click, and we try to add to carts. These bots click at 1 million times per second, don't have to worry about human fatigue or anything else. They're just computer, they're electronics, and they can do everything that you can do at 1,000 times the speed. And allows these people to buy sneakers at dozens per clip. We have no chance. Almost impossible, really. The only way for you to really get these sneakers that you want is to hope and pray you get retail. Just go to StockX, go eBay, one of those resale platforms. make a deal with someone on IG or Facebook Marketplace and try to see if you can buy it off them for a little bit cheaper, or make a trade with them. Go on an app like Trade Block and try to make a trade there. You know, maybe even join a community like Soul Savvy or a Discord group and try to make some connections there to you can get sneakers, and you can maybe trade for sneakers. I mean, Soul Savvy, I feel like I've been kind of blessed with making some pretty good connections where people are willing to help me out and get sneakers for me at retail cost, which is amazing. So, you know, there are ways to get it, but honestly, it's such a freaking battle. You know, it's so hard. You know, gone are the days where you can just line up at the store in the middle of the night, wait online till opening, and, you know, wait to get your sneaker. These days, you gotta get a bot, you gotta have a friend that has a bot, you gotta be a part of a Discord group, or you just gotta hope you're really lucky, really fast when you follow sneaker Twitter or something like that. You know, that's pretty much all you can really hope for these days. So then you really gotta ask yourself, how badly do I want this? How important is it for me to feel the sense of nostalgia from having a Jordan 1 Chicago colorway? You know, something like a Jordan 1 Chicago colorway, it retailed for like $140, $150. You were mostly able to get it if you really put some effort into it. You know, even those sneakers back then were hard to get, but if you put some effort into it, maybe half of what you put into now, you could have got it. And if not, you probably could have bought it at resale value, which would have been maybe $200, $250. $300 was a lot to pay for resale a few years ago. Now it's pretty standard. Shoes that cost $150 cost $300, $400. And the super hype ones will cost even more. Do I want to pay $1,000 for the sneaker? Do I want to pay $500 for the sneaker? Is it that important to me to make sure I have this? That's a question I've been asking myself a lot. I've been looking at a lot of different ways to get sneakers. Now, again, like I said before, I've been blessed. I've been able to get a lot of sneakers that I've wanted to get. I've gotten lucky on a few sneakers that I really wanted to get. I've made trades for sneakers that I wanted to get. But there have also been plenty of sneakers I have not been able to get. And then when you see options like UA, you say, no, I can never wear a rep.